Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make this twist knot blouse, and which is also the same as this style right here, and also the same as this one also right here, all of them under the same umbrella. So keep watching guys, and don't forget to tap the subscribe button below your screen. So guys, let's get started up with today's tutorial on how to make a twist front blouse. Now the first thing I'm going to do is to I'm going to move the dart, my waist dart right here. I'm going to move it to the side here, so you can just measure like maybe 2 inches down from here, from your armhole level here. Just measure like 2 inches down. So yeah, this is my 2 inches right here. So I'm going to draw a line. I'm going to draw a line here. Now before I continue, what you need, the foundational pattern block that you need for this is your basic bodice pattern, like I always mention. So you need your basic bodice pattern first before you can continue with today's tutorial. If you don't know how to draft it, I have a video right on my channel that you can watch to learn how to draft a basic bodice pattern. So you can check out the link right on top of your screen right now to see how to draft your own basic bodice pattern, and this is my own front pattern. Now let's continue. Now I'm going to cut one leg of this dart here. I'm going to cut it open, and then I'm going to cut this line also open. So yeah, this is it. So now I'm going to close this one, or close it up, and then the dart is automatically transferred here. So now let's make the blouse a little bit off the shoulder. So I want like an off shoulder pattern or an off shoulder design for the blouse. So now what you need to do is to decide how low or where you want your off shoulder, where you want it to start from. And for me, I'm just going to measure, that is the height of your off shoulder. So for me, I'm just going to measure from my armhole level here. I'm just going to measure 4 inches up. You can decide to do something lower, maybe measure 3 inches from your armhole level, or maybe 2 inches from your armhole level. But for me, I'm deciding on like 4 inches up from my armhole level. So I'm going to mark it out right here. So yeah, this is the mark right here. So on this mark here, I'm going to go in by 1.5 inches. So just go in by 1.5 inches too for your own blouse. You can decide maybe 1.5 or 2 inches. So just go in 1.5 or 2 inches from this mark here. So yeah, this is it right here. So now from this mark here, I'm going to measure 3.5 inches forward to create my off shoulder sleeve extension. If you are a little bit bigger than this, like if you have like wider or bigger arms, you can just measure maybe 4 inches from here. But for me, I'm going to measure 3.5 inches out from here to create a sleeve extension. So when you are measuring this, make sure you slant your tape measure. So I'm not going to just measure the 3.5 inches this way. I'm going to slant my tape measure to how like the shape I want my off shoulder to be. So I'm going to slant it exactly that way. So yeah, this is it right here. So I'm just going to like connect the 2 points, this point and this point. Although it all depends on how you slant your tape measure, it all depends on how you want your off shoulder to sit. For me, this is how it's going to sit. It's going to come this way. But if you want it like maybe like around here, you want it to sit like around here, or you want it to sit this way, it all depends on you really. So if you want your sleeve to sit or slip on your arms this way, or you want it more like this way, so it all depends on you. So now I'm just going to connect this now the next thing I'm going to do is to use my French curve to I'm just going to place my French curve like here, and then I'll redraw a new armhole. So we'll not be using this armhole anymore, so I'll redraw a new armhole to this part here. So yeah, this is my new armhole here. So now I'm going to come right here, depending on how wide you want the sleeve to be on your arms, that is the length of the sleeve extension on your arms. So for me, I'm just going to measure like maybe from here, I'll measure 3 inches down, like from here down, and then you just mark it 3 inches. So I decided to settle on 2 inches instead, because that 3 inches was like looking too wide. It was like around here, so 2 inches is just perfect for me here. So the 2 inches that I have measured here, I'm going to measure it also here. So just measure from here, just measure 2 inches also down. So remember to slant your tape measure like this instead of like measuring it like this. Do you get? So instead of measuring it like straight like this, measure your 2 inches straight like this. Better to just like slant it this way. So now I'm just going to connect it. Then after connecting, just like connect these 2 points back, connect this point back to this point. So yeah, completed. That's all I have to do to get my armhole. I said armhole, my off shoulder sleeve extension. So my off shoulder sleeve extension here. So now let's continue. Now we need to decide how low we want the neckline of our I said armhole. Why do I keep saying armhole? So we have to decide how low we want our neckline to be. So for me, at the armhole level right here, I'm just going to go 1 inch up. You can decide to go deeper or deeper or deeper, or higher or higher. So it all depends on you. So I'm just going to go like 1 inch up from my armhole level here. So this is it right here. So all you have to do now is to just connect. So you connect the 2 points. You connect back to this point here. So before we connect quickly, I need to just like say that we need to extend this part because of the twist that we are going to have in front. So we need to create some like space to work with the twist. So just measure from here, just measure 1 inch or 1.5 inches out. So you know this is your border line. This is just like a border center line, and this part is just here. It's not needed. So this part from here, I'm just going to measure 1 inch out, or you can do 1.5 inches also. So 1 inch out. So now instead of connecting from here to this point here, we are connecting it to this point here. So I hope you got the drift and why we needed to extend this part. So I'm just going to connect, and now I'm going to like draw my hem. But before I can draw my hem, I'm going to come right to this point here, and then I'm going to measure 3 inches down from here. Measure 3 inches down, or you can even do 4 inches. So for me, I'm just going to measure like 3 inches down. Now you need to draw a line connecting both points. So just a straight line, really. So yeah, this is it. So now I'm going to connect this from here back to my waistline here. So you can just curve it up instead of drawing a straight line. If you want, you can draw a straight line, but I think to make it more stylish, just draw like a curve, like use the curved part of your French curve to just like draw a curve connecting them. So now the next thing I'm going to do right here from my bust point right here, I'm going to draw like maybe just a slant line to anywhere at this point here. So just draw like a slant line, extend it here, and let me just do it this way. Now the next thing I'm going to do is to draw in slash lines. Like I'll draw in slash lines into this, and then draw in slash lines into this also. So yeah, these are my slash lines right here. So don't get confused, this is still the first line we drew that is dividing like this upper part and this lower part. So this is still the line right here with my dot right here. So yeah, so now I'm going to cut this open. So just cut it open like here, 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 all the way out. So we don't get confused, let's label it up A and B. So this upper part here is A, this lower part here is B. So I'm just going to write a big A here, and then I'm going to write a big B here. So now let's cut this out. So you can cut it out here, out, and then cut this along this way, cut this way. So just basically cut the outline out. So this is my B cut out. So I'm just going to, this is the center here, this is the side of my B. So I'm just going to draw like a symbol here, just so that you can always know that this is your center. So this is my center, because it can quickly get confusing once you cut everything out. You can mix it up. So once you see this arrow, you just know that, oh, this is still the center. This is, see, this is it, this is still it. So there's basically nothing big I've done. So now I'm just going to cut this outline also. I'll cut this outline out. Now this is it. So this is still that from before, so I have to cut it out. I have to cut it off. So I'm just going to cut it off from the bust point here. And that's it. So yeah, I'm going to write the same or draw the same symbol I have here. I'm going to draw it also here, so that you know that, oh, this is the center of your pattern. So yeah, and this is basically it. So I need to do now is to cut open my slash line. So this is slash line 1, slash line 2, slash line 3. So this one is not, this one is not here. This is our armhole level from before, on the one that was on our pattern right from the beginning. So we are not slashing this one. And where do I slash it from? I'm going to slash it from the middle right here. middle, middle, middle. So I'll do the same also here. I'll slash this. This is my first slash line, second slash line, third slash line. So I hope you got the drift of what I just explained from the beginning to here. I hope you are like understanding it. This is it slashed. So now all I have to do is to just spread it out how I want. So you spread it out how you want. So basically that's what I'm going to do now. So yeah, this is my pattern spread out. So before I cut like all these excess pieces of paper off, so I just wanted to show you something. So I just need you to remember to like add, this is still the this is the lower part, this is B, this is A, this is like the hem of B, and this is the dart place that we cut out earlier, and this is the dart place we cut out also earlier for this. So now right at the top right here, you need to add an allowance. So you need to add like half-inch allowance at the top here, and then also add the same half-inch allowance here. This is still our center, but because we have cut this thing off, you can see this is remember this is our arrow. So let me just still mark it right here. Now like I was saying, just like measure a half-inch allowance right here, half-inch also allowance at the center. So you measure half-inch also right here, and then half-inch also at the center. Then for the actual blouse in itself, this is still our neckline, so you can just like add a quarter-inch allowance to the neckline. This is still our shoulder, so you add like a half-inch allowance to the shoulder, and this is still our armhole, add half-inch, the side 1 inch, and then for this part also you still add 1 inch to the side. This is the side of B, and for the hem you maybe add also 1 inch. So I hope you got the drift. So now I'm just going to add the allowances like to this point, and to this point here, and to this point here, and then I'll add allowance also to this point here and to this point here, and then I'll cut it out. So yeah, this right here is my completed pattern. So all I have to do now is to just like cut this on my fabric, and then I'll just show you how to like sew it. I will use pins to just show you how to like put it together. So really, so when you're cutting on your fabric, remember to cut 2 pieces of this, 2 pieces also of this. So this is A, this is B. You pick up your fabric. So let's just assume this is your fabric. Then you fold your fabric this way. So you fold your fabric this way, and then you place your pattern right on top of it, and then you just cut it all out. Then you place this one also on your fabric, and then you cut it all out. So by the time you are done cutting, you're going to have like 2 pieces of A and then 2 pieces of B. So I hope you got the drift. So yeah, this is it cut out on my fabric. So you can see I have 2 pieces here. See, I have 2 pieces, and then I also have 2 pieces here. So notice I didn't mention anything about the back pattern, because we don't need all this very specialized technique for the back. We are not twisting the back, so the back is just like a basic back, just like a regular back, the regular blouse back. So we really don't need to do anything, just so that we don't make this video too long. So just do like a regular back, stopping with this, starting with your off shoulder. So all you have to do with the back is to just do everything I explained about the off shoulder, do it for the back piece. That's all. You don't need to do all this like extra things. You don't need to cut this at the dart part here for the back. So I hope you understand what I just explained. Now let's move straight to the sewing part. So I'm just going to take off all my pins here, and then I'm just going to show you like explain a short sewing. I'm going to show you how to like just sew it together. So I'll be explaining that now. So you can see that I marked the center here, just so that you don't like get it confused, like it doesn't get confusing when you start sewing. So you can just use your chalk to mark on your fabric. So yeah, these are the 2 parts here, you see. So I'm going to be starting with this. So I'm going to move this, I'm going to move it aside. So let's start with this. The first thing I'm going to do is to bring B. This is B, this is A. So I'm going to place B and A like this, and then I'll sew at this point here. I'll sew the 2 centers together. This is the center of B, and this is the center of A. You can see I already marked it. So I'm going to sew it like at this point here. You sew it here. So for me, I'm just going to pin it down. So yeah, this is it sewn. So I decided to just like sew this down right here. So this is still our A part, and this is still our B part. So now what you need to do now is to come right here just use your hand to like bunch it up right here. You can see what I'm doing. Then you twist this way. Let me show you what I did again. So this is it right here. This is where we started from. So you bunch this up here, like on this seam line here, just bunch it up here, and then this is still the seam line right here. Then you move this like this way, so you can see what I've just done. So once you move it this way, you bring the end point of this place to the end point of this place, and then you sew. So you just like place them right sides together this way, and then you sew. So just in case you're finding it difficult to do what I just explained, this is still it here. This is it here. This is still what we have sewn right here, and this is still the same line I was showing you earlier. So just place it back this way, and then you sew like here. You sew here. So from here, maybe from the middle line here, from this part here, just measure like maybe 1 inch in, then you mark it up. So that mark that you have here, that's what you will sew. You will sew like from the 1 inch mark right here, and then you stop. And then from the 1 inch mark here that you have sewn, you measure maybe 1 inch again or 2 inches, just to create a hole really. So, and then you mark the 2 inches up. So wherever that 2 inches is, maybe here, then you begin to sew again from here, and then you stop right here. So you're going to have a hole right at this point here. So I hope you got the drift of what I just explained. And now here we are. So this is the center that we stitched together before, and then this is the part I just finished sewing. So instead of having the hole right here, like I was explaining, like creating a 2 inches hole right here, I tell you to have the hole right here towards the center. So you can see this is my hole. I didn't sew anything here. This is where I started my stitching from, all the way here. So yeah, pretty much. So by the time you turn this to the right side, and put your hand through the hole, you're going to have like a gathered point. So this is the gathered point we're trying to achieve earlier. This is it here. So this is the hole that my finger is like right into the hole. I don't know if you can see it. So this is the hole. I hope you can see it. So this is it here. So now we just keep this aside, and then we work on the other part here. So for this part, all you have to do now is to just like sew. I'm only going to sew the center, like bring it. This is the A part, this is the B part. So I'm going to place it right sides together this way, and then I'm only going to sew this part. I'm leaving this part for now. So I'm only going to sew this part of the blouse, then I'll tell you what to do next. So yeah, this is it sewn down right there. So this is it right here. So now you pick this one that we did earlier. This is it. Then what am I going to do? I'm going to pull this. I'll put this into the hole that we have created in here. I'll put it into the hole and then bring it out here. So yeah, I hope you got the drifts. So where's my hole? Okay, so I've got my hole right here, you can see. So I'm just going to put this into the hole and pull it out. And this is what you're going to have once you pull it out of the hole. So yeah, this is the previous side, the one we finished up. This is it here, and this is the one we just pulled into the hole. So now all you have to do is to just like now place these two right sides together this way, and then you sew down. You sew by 1/2 inch. So all you sew by 1/2 inch all the way till you get like to the center here. So I hope you got the drift. So you just begin to sew. Let me just sew this now so that I can show you what the final look is going to look like. So yeah, you can see I already pinned it down here. So I pinned it down. You pin it all the way till you get to the center. So pretty much by the time you turn it like inside out this way, this is what your blouse is going to look like. Now you have your completed finished twist front blouse. So let me just show you. So you have your completed finished twist front blouse. So yeah, you can see it clearly. So yeah, that's all you have to do. Then if you are done with the back, just place your back piece on this, and then you sew it, so you're not twisting the back is just basic. So if you're done with the back, just place the back piece on this. So all you have to do when you're drafting the pattern, like a back pattern, like I mentioned earlier, is to just, like, the back is a basic back, right? So all you have to do is to just like extend the shoulder. So just extend the shoulder, just shoulder extension I was explaining earlier. So you just do it up to that point, and that's all. So you don't need to do any of this slash and spread, twist, and all these things that I did to this front pattern. So once you're done with the back, just place on this right sides together, and then you sew. That's pretty much it. So yeah, I'm just going to place this on my miniature now, just so that I can see the full fit of the front twist of the blouse.